Hello, welcome back to Module 3 of Music in the Family School High School. How are you doing with the technology? It's kind of a challenge for me, but I'm learning and I'm not giving up, and I don't want you to give up. Just keep fiddling around until it gets to be easy, and use it often. Last week we talked about medieval music in that dark time when life was hard. We talked about the music being monophonic or one voice, and often in plain chant. The priests or the monks or the nuns, it didn't matter how many were there singing in their choir, they all sang the same words and the same melody. We talked about Hildegard von Bingen and her efforts to bring virtue into the world through her music, through her plays, through her writings and her brilliance, and through the respect that she gained from kings and popes. Now we're moving into a new era. It's called the Baroque era, and it's way different than monophonic music. In fact, we call it polyphonic music, which is many voices, many different melodies weaving together, like several 3 or 4 women talking intelligently over the back fence, all at the same time. That's kind of what Baroque music is like. Now, it also is very fancy. Baroque, anything Baroque is very fancy. Trills, real fast runs, lots of complexity in the sound. You had to be a really good keyboardist to be able to play the best of the Baroque music. There are 3 great composers we're going to touch on this week. Two of them are actually very famous. One is Johann Sebastian Bach, called the King of Music, maybe the greatest musician ever. Then there's Friedrich Handel, who wrote the Messiah and Handel's water music and the fireworks music. Brilliant composer. And a third, his name is Domenico Scarlatti. He maybe isn't as familiar to you, but he was born the same year as the other 2 Baroque gentlemen, and his music is fabulous. He maybe won the keyboard competition in his day. All 3 men were aware of each other, they knew each other, had great respect and friendship for each other. So I hope that, I should tell you one more thing. The difference between Scarlatti and the other 2, he wasn't born in Germany. So many of our composers were born in Germany. Scarlatti was born on the Mediterranean in Italy. He lived in Portugal and Spain, all 3 in the Iberian Peninsula, where it's hotter and more colorful, and his music is spicy, and his clothes are more colorful, reds and yellows. So I hope that you learn to like Baroque music, and that you can tell the difference between that and medieval music, and that you can see the spiciness in our new composer, Scarlatti. We'll see you on Friday.